This conversation explores humanity, fame, and love through the eyes of two friends, followed by a detailed quiz.
It is interesting to consider humanity as something akin to an aging movie star. This idea of constantly grappling with newness, wondering if past choices were the right ones, and yet still striving to maintain a sense of purpose and brilliance. It really resonates with the collective human experience we see today.
I completely understand that comparison. We are bombarded daily with technological advancements, shifting social landscapes, and global challenges that demand adaptation. It is almost as if humanity has had a long and storied career, but now it finds itself at a crossroads, questioning its identity and its enduring legacy in a rapidly changing world. The struggle for relevance and authenticity feels very real on a global scale.
Thinking about that initial stage, the early human experience, it strikes me how much simpler life must have been in some fundamental ways. The direct focus on survival, the reliance on established systems built by generations before us. There was a certain clarity, a directness to existence, where basic needs and traditional definitions guided everything. The framework of life felt incredibly simple and immediate.
That simplicity sounds almost idyllic, doesn't it? A time when basic understanding was the norm, where societal structures felt genuinely protective. It suggests a period of collective trust, perhaps even innocence, where the roles and meanings of things were largely unquestioned. The concept of an apple simply being a fruit, or migration being solely for animals, highlights a world less burdened by the complexities and redefinitions we now navigate daily.
But then came the profound shift, the move towards sprawling urban centers and industrialized societies. This period marked a significant alteration in humanity's framework, much like an individual moving from a quiet life to a bustling metropolis. It was a time when aspirations grew, definitions became more fluid, and the pace of life accelerated dramatically. Everything started to look and feel different, driven by a new, more embellished form of survival.
That urban rush for progress truly transformed everything. I imagine the experience of encountering diverse faces, cultures, and ideas from all corners of the world would have been incredibly invigorating, but also overwhelming. Work began to define people in increasingly equalizing ways, and the established systems, once so reliable, started to feel inadequate to contain the immense diversity of mankind and the inherent human drive to grow. It was a period of both wonder and increasing uncertainty.
That surge of innovation and cooperation during that era was remarkable. Ideas flowed with unprecedented freedom and speed, allowing for collective endeavors that propelled individuals and societies to new heights. It was a time when creative potential, supported by shared resourcefulness, could lead to extraordinary achievements. It felt like humanity was truly soaring, reaching a form of collective superstardom, achieving things previously unimaginable.
Indeed, that feeling of collective accomplishment and rapid advancement must have been exhilarating, reaching a point where humanity felt it had truly arrived, flying high, with numerous achievements, recognition, and global connections. It was a period of intense activity and widespread influence, where the boundaries of what was possible seemed to expand exponentially. There was a palpable sense of momentum and progress driving everything forward.
And then came the internet. It was supposed to be the ultimate expansion of ideas and dreams, enhancing global connectivity to an unprecedented degree. Yet for many, it delivered a paradoxical outcome. Instead of boundless freedom, it often felt like a village-like enclosure of thought, where judgment and fixed definitions began to dominate. Everything became subject to instant scrutiny and commentary, whether it was good, bad, or even what was unsaid.
The internet really did create an unexpected duality. We anticipated a vast open space for thought and exchange, but instead, we found ourselves in a world where every action, every statement, every nuance of our public persona was dissected and judged. This shift brought with it a profound sense of exposure, making it difficult for individuals and collective humanity to simply be themselves. The line between personal and public quickly evaporated, leading to a constant state of performance and vulnerability.
That blurring of lines between what is real and what is virtual has had significant consequences. When personal stories or even family events become distorted and consumed by the digital narrative, it deeply affects individuals. The spread of misinformation, the creation of fake realities, it all contributes to a sense of disconnect from one's authentic self. It is like humanity in this digital age is perpetually undergoing a midlife crisis, feeling overexposed and struggling to define its true identity amidst the noise.
It is a profound challenge, this constant redefinition of reality. When the virtual starts to dictate the real, it impacts our ability to live authentically. The pressure to conform, to sell an image, or to buy into certain trends becomes immense. This struggle to maintain one's true self, in a world where everyone is a public figure, scrutinized and commented upon, leads to a pervasive feeling of being an overexposed prima donna. Even simple communication can become fraught with misinterpretation in this new landscape.
It makes one question the core of identity, doesn't it? In this environment of relentless judgment and comparison, the silent question arises, do I need to fix my face? It is not merely about physical appearance, but about the very essence of who we are. Do we alter our fundamental nature, our beliefs, our expressions, to align with societal expectations, or do we stand firm in our unique, perhaps unconventional, identity?
That question is central to the human experience in the modern era. The pressure to be chocolatey enough to fit a particular mold often overshadows the value of individual uniqueness. Yet the profound lesson, the one that truly grounds us, is that true dignity and magic in life emerge not from external power or material wealth, but from an internal capacity for grace and compassion. These qualities allow us to navigate the world with integrity, regardless of outward pressures.
Absolutely. That realization about love being the most ancient and simplest of human emotions carries immense weight. It suggests that all the accumulated knowledge, the technological marvels, the scientific breakthroughs, they all remain incomplete if they are not tempered and guided by a profound sense of love and compassion for our fellow beings. It is the wisdom that transcends mere information, providing true enlightenment.
The idea that genuine enlightenment comes from understanding and practicing love, even 2.5 alphabets forming the word, as it were, is incredibly powerful. It challenges the notion that progress is solely about intellectual advancement or material gain. Instead, it posits that the future of humanity, the future you, must be one rooted in love, lest it become consumed by self-absorption and ultimately falter. It is a fundamental choice, to build walls or to break barriers.
This vision of future humanity is compelling. It suggests that our power should be directed towards inclusivity and understanding, breaking down barriers rather than erecting them. Our faith should inspire courage and enlightenment, not fear or submission. Our energy should be used to spread joy and create life, not to fuel destruction. It is a call to conscious action, to cultivate a world that reflects our highest ideals.
It is a reorientation of purpose, really. Instead of exploiting natural resources, we should be regenerating life from them, fostering respect for the environment. Instead of colonizing other planets with armed outposts, we should be seeking new life forms to learn from and respect. And instead of using our wealth for conflict, we should be channeling it towards nourishing and sustaining life, particularly for those who are most vulnerable. It is about choosing creation over destruction, empathy over indifference.
The notion that the human capacity for love is akin to godliness is a beautiful and profound thought. It speaks to an inherent divinity within us, a light that can shine forth in a world that often feels overly tampered with by civilization's complexities. It reminds us that despite all the advancements, technologies, and achievements, the cultivation of love and compassion must remain equally central to our collective journey.
That emphasis on love and compassion as foundational elements for our future is critical. It is about understanding that true progress involves not just external innovation, but internal growth. The concept of the infinite you, like a chakra, returning to its origin to complete itself, beautifully illustrates this. It implies a holistic understanding of existence, where we grasp both our individual significance and our ultimate interconnectedness within the vast universe.
Perceiving time and space differently, understanding both our immense importance and our complete unimportance, that duality is fascinating. It is a perspective that allows us to shed the ego, to return to an original innocence, to love from a pure heart, to see with eyes of truth, to dream from an untampered mind. This is the path to a more meaningful and flourishing existence for humanity.
Yes, it is about reclaiming that primal clarity, that inherent wisdom that existed before the layers of societal constructs and digital noise. The future you then becomes an entity that is not just self-aware but self-loving in the most profound sense, capable of creating a world that is its own best lover, one that cherishes its own existence and every part within it. It is a vision of collective self-acceptance and universal affection.
It is a powerful vision for how humanity can evolve beyond its current challenges, to move from an overexposed prima donna grappling with its identity to an entity that embodies profound self-love and extends that love outwards. This transition requires a conscious effort to prioritize compassion and grace in all our interactions and decisions.
Precisely. It is about creating a world where every individual and every society operates from a place of deep intrinsic value, radiating that love outwards. This kind of existence would naturally lead to more sustainable practices, more peaceful interactions, and a greater respect for all forms of life. It's a return to the purest form of human potential.
This path suggests a rejection of the superficial, a movement towards a deeper, more authentic connection with ourselves and with others. It means looking beyond the transient glamour of celebrity or fleeting trends and focusing on the enduring qualities of empathy and kindness. It is a call for humanity to remember its true, loving nature.
It is a radical yet simple proposition that the future of humanity lies not in further technological conquest alone, but in mastering the art of love. To actively choose to be a species that cares, that nurtures, that prioritizes shared well-being over individual gain or conflict. This is the foundation for a truly flourishing and sustainable future.
And it is a journey that starts individually, within each of us, by cultivating that personal sense of grace and compassion. Only then can it ripple outwards to transform communities, nations, and eventually, the entire global human experience. It is a continuous cycle of growth and giving.
It truly is a never-ending circle, a chakra, where every act of love and understanding contributes to the collective enlightenment. This vision offers a hopeful and transformative direction for humanity, reminding us that our greatest strength lies not in our intelligence or power, but in our boundless capacity to love.
I think that captures the essence of what it means to truly thrive, both as individuals and as a species. It is a constant endeavor, a continuous striving towards becoming our best, most loving selves in every moment.
Absolutely. It is the ultimate goal, a harmonious existence built on the most fundamental and profound human emotion.
Here is a quiz based on the conversation you just read, testing your understanding of its themes and insights. Question 1. How do Ben and Vanessa characterize humanity in its current state, drawing a metaphor from the conversation? A. as a young inventor grappling with new ideas. B. As an aging movie star facing new challenges. C. As a skilled artisan refining its craft. D. As a seasoned politician making difficult decisions. The correct answer for question 1 is B. As an aging movie star facing new challenges. Question 2. What was the perceived state of life in the early human experience, according to Ben and Vanessa? A. Highly chaotic and unpredictable. B. Overly complex and demanding. C. Simple and guided by basic needs and traditions. D. Marked by rapid technological advancements. The correct answer for question 2 is C. Simple and guided by basic needs and traditions. Question 3. What significant change occurred as humanity shifted towards urban centers and industrialized societies? A. A return to primitive hunting and gathering. B. Definitions became more fluid and life accelerated. C. An increased reliance on localized, isolated communities. D. A decrease in technological innovation. The correct answer for question 3 is B. Definitions became more fluid and life accelerated. Question 4. How did human creativity and innovation fare during the period of urban rush and industrialization? A. They stagnated due to overwhelming complexity. B. They diminished as traditional roles took precedence. C. They were propelled to new heights through collective endeavor. D. They became solely focused on military advancements. The correct answer for question 4 is C. They were propelled to new heights through collective endeavor. Question 5. What was the unexpected outcome of the Internet, according to the conversation? A. Universal peace and understanding. B. A paradoxical village-like enclosure of thought and judgment. C. The complete disappearance of social hierarchies. D. A significant decrease in global communication. The correct answer for question 5 is B. A paradoxical village-like enclosure of thought and judgment. Question 6. What happens to personal narratives and family events in the digital age, as discussed? A. They become more private and protected. B. They are shared exclusively within close communities. C. They can become distorted and consumed by digital narratives. D. They are solely used for educational purposes. The correct answer for question 6 is C. They can become distorted and consumed by digital narratives. Question 7. What phenomenon does the conversation suggest contributes to a sense of disconnect from one's authentic self? A. Increased outdoor activities. B. The blurring of lines between real and virtual. C. A return to traditional forms of media. D. Reduced global travel. The correct answer for question 7 is B. The blurring of lines between real and virtual. Question 8. What question arises regarding identity in an environment of relentless judgment and comparison? A. What new skill should I learn next? B. Do I need to fix my face? C. How can I avoid all forms of public interaction? D. Where can I find more followers online? The correct answer for question 8 is B. Do I need to fix my face? Question 9. What do Ben and Vanessa identify as the source of true dignity and magic in life? A. External power and material wealth. B. An internal capacity for grace and compassion. C. Achieving widespread fame and recognition. D. Accumulating vast amounts of knowledge. The correct answer for question 9 is B. An internal capacity for grace and compassion. Question 10. What is identified as the most ancient and simplest of human emotions? A. Fear. B. Anger. C. Love. D. Curiosity. The correct answer for question 10 is C. Love. Question 11. According to the conversation, what makes all technological marvels and scientific breakthroughs incomplete? A. Lack of sufficient funding. B. Absence of a profound sense of love and compassion. C. Insufficient speed of innovation. D. Limited access to raw materials. The correct answer for question 11 is B. Absence of a profound sense of love and compassion. Question 12. What does Vanessa state is crucial for genuine enlightenment beyond intellectual advancement? A. Political power. B. Understanding and practicing love. C. Extreme isolation. D. Constant pursuit of entertainment. The correct answer for question 12 is B. Understanding and practicing love. Question 13. What choice does humanity face regarding its power, as discussed by the Friends? A. To build walls or to break barriers. B. To ignore global problems or to observe them. C. To hoard resources or to bury them. D. To rely solely on past technologies or to discard them. The correct answer for question 13 is A. To build walls or to break barriers. Question 14. How should faith be used according to the vision for future humanity? A. To inspire fear and submission. B. To give courage and enlightenment. C. To create division among people. D. To promote rigid dogmas. The correct answer for question 14 is B. To give courage and enlightenment. Question 15. What is the suggested purpose for human energy? A. To fuel destruction. B. To spread joy and create life. C. To build monuments to vanity. D. To conquer other nations. The correct answer for question 15 is B. To spread joy and create life. Question 16. What is the recommended approach to natural resources like oceans and forests? A. To exploit them carelessly. B. To turn to them with love and regenerate life. C. To privatize them for exclusive use. D. To ignore their existence. The correct answer for question 16 is B. To turn to them with love and regenerate life. Question 17. When exploring other planets like Mars, what is the suggested focus? A. To build armed citadels. B. To look for life forms and species to learn from and respect. C. To claim territory for exclusive human use. D. To extract all available minerals. The correct answer for question 17 is B. To look for life forms and species to learn from and respect. Question 18. How should accumulated wealth be used according to the conversation? A. To wage feudal wars. B. To buy luxury items for the wealthy. C. To make more food to fill stomachs. D. To fund political campaigns. The correct answer for question 18 is C. To make more food to fill stomachs. Question 19. What is the human capacity for love compared to in the conversation? A. Infinite power. B. Godliness. C. Scientific knowledge. D. Material possessions. The correct answer for question 19 is B. Godliness. Question 20. What concept is used to describe the infinite you in India, suggesting a cyclical nature? A. A pyramid. B. A chakra. C. A labyrinth. D. A fortress. The correct answer for question 20 is B. A chakra. Question 21. How does the infinite you perceive time and space differently? A. As fixed and absolute. B. By understanding both its importance and unimportance. C. Only through a linear progression. D. As irrelevant to human existence. The correct answer for question 21 is B. By understanding both its importance and unimportance. Question 22. What quality is humanity encouraged to return to for a more meaningful existence? A. Original innocence. B. Aggressive competition. C. Strict adherence to tradition. D. Constant self-criticism. The correct answer for question 22 is A. Original innocence. Question 23. What does loving from the purity of heart, seeing from the eyes of truth, and dreaming from an untampered mind facilitate? A. Accumulation of vast wealth. B. A more meaningful and flourishing existence. C. Isolation from global issues. D. Increased technological dependency. The correct answer for question 23 is B, a more meaningful and flourishing existence. Question 24. What is the ultimate goal for humanity as envisioned by Ben and Vanessa? A. To conquer other species. B. A harmonious existence built on love. C. To achieve immortality through technology. D. To create a perfectly controlled society. The correct answer for question 24 is B, a harmonious existence built on love. Question 25. What is the starting point for transforming communities and nations with grace and compassion? A. Global political mandates. B. Individual cultivation of these qualities. C. Large-scale economic reforms. D. Mandatory public education programs. The correct answer for question 25 is B, individual cultivation of these qualities.